Hello, my name is Mr. Mack. This is a video to give you some information about advanced English courses for junior and senior year. At Northwest, of course, you have some options, either IB or AP advanced English coursework. So this video hopefully can give you some information to help you start thinking about that choice. But with enrollment season upon us, we're all looking for some more information, and you're going to have to hopefully make an intelligent choice for you that fits you and really kind of consider in the first place whether you're a good fit for advanced English. And this first slide, I'm just going to talk about the similarities between IB and AP, just advanced English generally speaking. By the time you're a junior, there are college level coursework with pathways to college credit. So if you're willing to put in some extra effort and stretch yourself, as I said, like this could be a huge reward, a great opportunity. To say nothing of the intellectual rewards and the academic rewards of the coursework in these advanced courses, you could get college credit out of the deal. It's not automatic, it's not guaranteed, but there are pathways, whether it's AP or IB, toward college level coursework and credit. So at your time at Northwest, I always counsel students, hey, try to get some college credit while you're here. It's a lot cheaper for sure. And if you're doing the higher level work anyway, um, fight to get some credit out of the deal. So, of course, college level work means rigorous reading and writing, complex texts, complex writing tasks, and complex sort of analysis of text, right? And it's a discussion-based course, whether it's AP or whether it's IB. And really, we count on you to get in depth with what's going on and to grapple with things in our world, things in the text, and participate. So, and also to kind of if you get down to the footings of either curriculum, AP or IB, authorial purpose and intent in analysis is sort of bedrock. Okay, that is where we're pushing ourselves toward. Of course, more than plot summary. Your English teachers have been pushing you towards away from just mere plot summary for a while, but we're looking for understanding what is the author's choice with this specific piece of language or the artistic vision of the work as a whole, depending on how we're working through that as a class. That is a big part of how we analyze in IB or AP, reading between the lines and trying to get to that depth of analysis. So if being a critical thinker and reader and writing about all that appeals to you, here we go. As I've talked with other teachers, what makes successful honor students, AP or IB, of course, organization, commitment, participation. You need to be in it. And students who are organized, especially junior year, the rubber meets the road. You guys get busy. But whether that means whether busy means you're working 30 hours a week, or whether busy means that you've just got like I'm participating in 5 extracurricular things and 8 sports or something like that. Like some students have their lives organized and their coursework is lined out and they have a good system and they're good and they have good habits on meeting deadlines and being proactive, communicating with their teachers, all those sorts of things. It doesn't really matter what they're involved in on top of their academic load. Some are organized, some aren't quite there. And that's a huge predictor of success in these advanced English classes. Of course, commitment and a certain level of resiliency. If you're encountering rigorous coursework, you may not like some of the tasks or some of the text just you don't like or are too complex. But seeing your way through those is very rewarding. And you're also going to find lots of moments of fun, moments of reward academically, intellectually, et cetera, in these classes. So committing to that process is important, as well as just sheer participation, right? To be in it in class discussions, to come to class prepared, and to engage your teacher and take ownership of your learning, to communicate whenever necessary. So being an active learner is really important in these classes, of course. Now let's get into some of the differences, right? This is what you came for. So should I take AP classes junior year? Or should I take IB for English my junior year? This slide outlines some of the logistical differences. So in the left-hand side, we've got language and composition, which is the junior level class, and it is its own class. And next year, you can see AP Literature and Composition is your senior year English class. So they're two independent classes, even though they are both AP classes. They both have the big AP test at the end. The content and the coursework are disconnected. They're two separate silos, two different classes. Now, in IB, you start with HL1, IB Literature HL1, higher level 1, your junior year, and HL2, your senior year. So junior year is the first of a 2-year class, and it really is a continuous curriculum with IB. So your junior and senior year, you're kind of locked in to this 2-year class, and you might even write a paper your senior year about a novel that you studied your junior year, or something like that. So it's a little bit more of a 2-year experience in IB. That's an important distinction as you consider this. There are options to earn college credit both places. I said that last slide, but there's very different pathways to college credit on both sides. So on the left-hand side here with AP, you've got that big honkin' AP test in May. You're familiar with that possibly through other AP classes in the building and other experiences. And then, as with other IB classes, particularly if you're in the IB diploma program, though you don't have to be, you could be a certificate candidate. There's a sequence of IB assessments that are externally graded by IB and internally graded by staff at Northwest. And that takes place junior and senior year in the English realm. And there are these, big paper or an oral report that you give, those sorts of things that are combined in the aggregate to give you a pathway to college credit. And of course, the AP test, I'm going to swing back over to the left-hand side. That single AP test, you have to score well enough, right, to get college credit. And then it depends on your university. All of these things, all these pathways to college credit kind of depend on your university. It's a highly individualized decision-making process and even strategy that you'd probably need to talk to your counselor about and get educated a little bit more in depth. If you know where you're going to college, or if you don't know where you're going to college, it might make a difference. And talk to your teachers as well, and your parents, right? One other key thing here on the left-hand side for AP is that college now is available your senior year in English, not your junior year, but you can take college now both semesters in senior year, which is AP Literature and Composition. That's a lot going on there, a lot of caveats, a lot of other things. And one last bullet point I forgot on the left-hand side. American Studies is a program just worth noting during enrollment that is nested within the AP Language and Composition. It's a combination of AP US History and AP Language and Composition that follows the American experience, both studying the literature and the history concurrently and in parallel. So more information is in different places for these sorts of things. I just want to sort of hit the highlights here. So this is kind of a logistical, set of differences here. Let's talk about the actual course content. How do these courses feel different, AP versus IB? And hear me, the vast majority of, the class load and the types of discussions that we have, the types of skills that we're working through are very complementary or the same. But in AP and IB, of course, we're reading different texts. We are exploring different times in history and in literature, and we're doing different writing tasks. The primary difference, especially junior year, is that AP Language and Composition is language is in the title. It's a rhetoric class where you're really studying language and how it achieves a given purpose. And IB is a literature class where you are studying, it's plays or novels or poems, like a college literature class would. So that is a key difference, and it works its way out in a few smaller differences. I'll skip down to the fourth bullet point on the left-hand side, nonfiction emphasis. You do a lot more nonfiction short articles. There's a little bit more contemporary discussion in AP Language and Composition. But in IB, we're talking just as much about world events and what are called global issues. So we're making as many connections to the real world as possible. There is a more international emphasis now to go to the second set of bullet points, whereas the emphasis in the literature that we read and the sort of issues that we tackle in AP is an American emphasis. Although these are emphases, these are not exclusive things. So thinking about the tasks and the way that we study language and the writing tasks that you're called upon to in AP, look at the third bullet point. Sort of looking very carefully at individual pieces of language, even on the word or the sentence level. We're working on an analysis of the rhetoric in that way. We're also looking at text structures and whole texts as well. It's just a level of emphasis. And so if you look on the right-hand side with IB, it's a little bit more looking at the whole work. Let's talk about and understand the symmetry between these two chapters in a whole work or this pattern. Obviously, you're doing that in AP as well. Obviously, in IB, you're looking at individual quotes, and let's camp at this page for a while. But if I have to choose like a very slight, differentiation and emphasis, we're looking at smaller scale language analysis. We're really zooming in on the individual moments of the text in AP, and we're looking a little bit more whole picture with IB and how we are spending our time and our skills analyzing texts. And then also in IB, the oral skills are emphasized. There's the formal oral skills. That's not to say like you don't ever give a class presentation in AP. Again, these are just emphases, but there's like, for instance, an oral assessment from IB your senior year. So that is a small emphasis on the IB side. So you're reading world literature in IB, some AP or some more American titles on the AP side. There's a study of rhetoric more and a study of literary conventions and literature and literary movements. Both classes are doing a lot of critical thinking, looking through different perspectives, different critical lenses. There's a lot going on in every class. The content is different. So you can't go wrong. Both are great options. And as I kind of said with the college considerations, the college credit considerations, if you think that advanced English coursework is appropriate for you and something that you'd be willing to jump in your junior year, talk to your counselor, talk to your teachers, talk to your parents. Hopefully this video is at least a start of that conversation for which fits you best. Hope you found some of this helpful. See you later.